Let's solve question 30 now. So if the lump sum tax is 300 euros, a family with an income of 2800 euros is better off after the introduction of free public schooling as compared to the situation before free public schooling. Okay, so we have to compare two scenarios. We have to compare two utilities with free school and without free school. Now let's see, what is the utility of the family when there is no free school? So no free school. Well, first of all, let's recall that what we calculated in a couple of videos ago, the optimal quality is going to be the following. We found the relationship between the income and the quality, and that's y equals to 12q. So we'll keep that relationship in mind. So let's just crop it from here. Let's just crop it from here like that. So copy and paste it above. So over here. Now, the income that we're dealing with is 2800 euros. So let's see, for 2800 euros, what quality of education do we need? 2800 euros is equal to 12 times the quality of education. Well, that quality would be 2800 divided by 12, which is equal to 233.3. Now, what would be the cost of this education? Well, we know that the cost of education is 3 times Q. So with that in mind, we can calculate it over here. The cost of education would be 3 times the quality of 233.3. So 233.3. What would that be? That would be equal to a cost of 700 euros for education. So that would be the cost of 700 euros for education. What would be the utility? What would be the utility? Let's calculate it over here. So the utility without free school, so no free school, would be equal to, what was the utility function? We have it here. Square root of, let me just crop it over there to have it right next to us. Square root of the amount of goods. So let's write it over here. Square root of the amount of goods plus square root of the quality. Now, let's do it here. The quality is 233.3. What would be the level of goods? How many goods? How much are we going to spend on other goods? Well, we have 2800 euros in total. 700 we spent on education. So what we're left with is 2100 euros to spend on other goods. So in our utility function, we will have the following. The utility function would be square root of 2100 plus the square root of the quality of education, which is 233.3. So that's 233.3. What would be that as a result? Well, that's equal to 61.10. That would be equal to 61.10. And again, this is the education of no free school. The education of that family when there's no free public school. Now let's see, what if there is a free public school? If there is a free public school, but we pay a lump sum tax of 300 euros, then what do we get? Well, let's see, what would be the utility then? The utility with a free school, so the utility with a free school would be the following. And by the way, this was given also in the previous question in 29, that the level of a public school, the quality level is equal to 144. So the quality of a public school is equal to 144. It was somewhere over here, I think in the previous question. Or below. Yeah, over here. The quality of a public school is 144. So we have to keep that in mind. Now, let's work with that in this question. Where are we? Yes. So since the level of education, the level of quantity, the quality of education is 144, what would be the utility? Well, square root of the amount of money that we spent on other goods. Since we have 2800 euros our income and we pay 300 euros in taxes, we're left with 2500 euros. So in other words, we will have square root of 2500 euros plus the square root of the quality of education, which is 144. What do we get as a result from here? Well, we would get the square root of 2500, that's 50, plus square root of 144 is 12. That's equal to 62. So what do we see? The utility of the family by having this free school is 62. The utility of the family without having the free school is 61.10. In other words, indeed with a free school, the family is better off. So family benefits from public school. So from public school, and the answer to the question over here is the same. So the family is better off after the introduction of the free public school. It's true, and we are done.